So, since we are in the new normal, we're going to have the discussion here at the virtual discussion. Our topic for today is about the operations on rational algebraic expressions. Specifically, the addition and subtraction of similar rational algebraic expressions. So, by the way, I am Ma'am Renalyn M. Aloya, your mathematics teacher. So, the learning competency, which is under the MELC, is the performs operations on rational algebraic expressions. For us to be specified or to understand well the operations on rational algebraic expressions, we're going to discuss it one by one. So, as of now, we're going to focus first on the addition and subtraction of similar rational algebraic expressions. So after going through your module, you are expected to perform operation on rational algebraic expression and solve problems involving rational algebraic expressions. Remember that adding or subtracting fractions can be done easily if the fractions are similar. Otherwise, you have to make the fraction similar by finding its equivalent fractions. Rules apply also to rational algebraic expressions. However, you have to recall all the rules in adding algebraic expressions in which only similar terms of algebraic expressions can be added or subtracted. Terms with the same literal coefficients are similar. Since our video for today is only about the adding and subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions, we're going to have the similar algebraic expressions. So we're not going to have the similar. For you to focus on adding and subtracting the similar rational algebraic expressions. So before we continue discussing the rational algebraic expressions, the adding and subtracting the similar rational algebraic expression, let us review first the operations on fractions in which it is also applicable in this topic. Okay, so what is the sum of 2/3 plus 4/3? So as you can see in our example, 2/3 plus 4/3 is equal to 6/3 or 2. So in this part, we simply add the numerator since they have the common denominators. So what are the numerators of the given expression? So we have 2 and 4. Therefore, we have 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Another example, find the difference of 7/9 minus 1/9. So this is also the same as the adding of fractions. We simply perform the operations in the numerator since the denominators are the same. So we have 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. And then we're just going to copy the denominator, which is 9. 6 over 9. Then we're going to simplify this. We have 2/3. In our two examples, you can see that in adding or subtracting similar fractions, we simply add or subtract the numerators, then simplify. The rules we apply here is also the same as the rules in adding or subtracting similar rational algebraic expressions. Let us now discuss the addition and subtraction of rational algebraic expressions. Sorry for the typographical error. So, to add or subtract rational algebraic expression, you must always check the denominator. In adding or subtracting rational algebraic with common denominator, simply add the numerators and copy the denominator. Always reduce your answer to its simplest form. So as we all know that in adding and subtracting fraction, we're just going to copy the numerator and then copy the common denominator. But since it is always the same of the rational algebraic expressions, we're going to copy also the the denominator and then perform the addition or subtraction in the numerator. So here is the first example. So in our first example, you can see that we're going to find the sum of 3 over 6b and 1 over 6b. And then, we're going to simplify our answer in lowest term if possible. So the first example shows that we're going to have the 3 and 1 as the numerators and the common denominator is 6b. So, in order for us to perform the operation, so here is the solution. The first thing we're going to do is to check the denominator, then perform the operation. Since you can see that the denominators are the same, so we're just going to simply add the numerator, then copy the denominator, then simplify. So, the examples or the solution is given. We have 3 over 6b plus 1 over 6b is equal to 3 plus 1 over 6b. Therefore, 3 plus 1 is 4, and then copy the denominator, which is 6b. And in order for us to simplify our answer, we're going to find the common factor of the numerator and the denominator. So as you can see, 4 and 6 are both divisible by 2. Therefore, we're going to factor 4 by 4, which is 2 multiplied by 2, and then 6b, which is 2 multiplied by 3b. So the common factor is 2. So 2 and 2 will be cancelled, and then the remaining factor in the numerator is 2, and the remaining factor in the denominator is 3b. Therefore, the answer now is 2 over 3b. It is easy for us to identify or to find the sum or the difference of the rational algebraic expressions, I said, if it is similar. So, we're just going to perform the addition or subtraction in the numerator and copy the common denominator. So, another example is add x over x squared minus 4 and then 2 over x squared minus 4. So our example 2 is also a similar rational algebraic expression. But as you can see, the denominator is an example of binomial, and in our factoring, x squared minus 4 is an example of the difference of two squares. So check this is the solution. Check the denominator, then perform the operation. The denominators are the same, thus add the numerators and copy the denominator. Since our numerators are x and 2, and we cannot combine it, So we're just going to copy it as x plus 2. Therefore, x plus 2 over x squared minus 4. So, class, this is not yet the final answer. Why? Because as you can see, our denominator is factorable. Pag sinabi po nating factorable, we can find the factors and then we're going to try if the numerator and denominator has the common factor. So, let us see. So, simplify the x plus 2 and x squared minus 4. So, we're going to have the factors of x squared minus 4. So, as I have said a while ago, x squared minus 4 in our factoring is an example of difference of two squares. So, since it is the difference of two squares, the factors are x plus 2 and x minus 2. So, you can see x plus 2 and x plus 2, and then they are the common factor of the given expression. Since it is the common factor, so we're going to cancel it out. So, x plus 2 and x plus 2 is cancelled. Therefore, we're going to leave 1 in the numerator and then copy the denominator, which is x minus 2. Since the denominator is the difference of 2 squared, then it is factorable. Finding the common factor of this will leave us the answer 1 over x minus 2. Therefore, the sum in its simplest form is 1 over x minus 2. Okay, so that is the final answer. Another example. So the third example, we have subtract negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared all over 3x squared plus x minus 2 and x squared plus 5x minus 20 all over 3x squared plus x minus 2. Since we have x squared plus 5x minus 20. Okay, class, I think I have the typographical error here. It must be subtract negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared all over 3x squared plus x minus 2 from x squared plus 5x minus 20 all over 3x squared plus x minus 2. So as I have said, I have the typographical error. Instead of and, that is from. So, pag sinabi po nating from, ibig sabihin, doon natin isusubtract. So, sa ating expression, dapat mauuna yung x squared plus 5x minus 20 minus negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared. And then, just copy the common denominator. So, we're going to perform the operations now. X squared plus 5x minus 20 minus negative 10 minus 6x minus 5x squared. So, the first step is subtract the numerators and copy the common denominators. So, x squared plus 5x minus 20 plus 10. Saan po galing yung positive 10 na yon? Since the operation is subtraction, so minus and then negative, we're going to multiply it, it will become positive. So, plus 10, and then another thing is minus multiplied by negative 6. Magpapalit po ulit yun ng sign, magiging positive 6 po ulit yun, positive 6x. And then, minus multiplied by negative 5x squared, magpapalit po ulit siya ng sign, magiging positive 5x squared. So, apply distributive property for the subtrahend. So, in-apply po natin yon yung distributive property. And then now, since our numerator is almost in its position, no, we're going to combine the similar terms or the like terms in the numerator. So, alin ba yung sinasabi nating similar or like terms? Pag sinabi po nating similar or like terms, they have the common variable with common exponent. So, since we have the x squared and 5x squared, they are the similar terms, 5x and 6x, and then the constant terms which are the negative 10 and the positive 10. So, yun po yung ating mga i-combine. X squared plus 5x squared, we have 6x squared. 5x plus 6x, we have 11x. And negative 20 plus 10, that is equal to negative 10. And then, copy again the common denominator, which is 3x squared plus x minus 2. After that, we're going to factor out the numerator and the denominator if possible. So, doon sa mga napag-aralan nating factoring methods, 6x squared plus 11x minus 10 can be factored using the factoring polynomials in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 1. So, if I'm not mistaken, there are 6 methods in factoring that. So, if we're going to apply here, we are lacking of time. So, class, ito yung factor niya, So, we have 6x squared plus 11x minus 10. Ang factors niya ay 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 5. The same as with the denominator, it is also factorable by the same process as I have told a while ago. So, that is 3x minus 2 and x plus 1. Since we factor all the numerator and the denominator, now we're going to have the cancellation of the common factors in the numerator and the denominator. Class, pag tayo ay magpa-factor at nagka-cancel tayo, we're going to have the 1 in the numerator and 1 at the denominator. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-cancel ng numerator, denominator. So, dapat isang numerator, isang denominator. So, ano ba ang common factor ng numerator at ng denominator? So, as you can see in the example, we have 3x minus 2. So, cancel or divide out the common factors, which is the 3x minus 2, and copy the factor na natira doon sa ating numerator at denominator. Alin ba ang natira? So, we have 2x plus 5 and x plus 1. Therefore, that is our final answer. Ma'am, pwede pa pong factorin kasi po may x. No, hindi po sila pwedeng factorin since they are binomial. Magpa-factor lang tayo kapag siya ay common binomial factor. Pero kapag siya ay parehas na galing sa term, ay hindi siya pwedeng cancelin. So, baka sabihin nyo, pwedeng cancelin yung 2x at x. Hindi yung pwede kasi term sila, 2x plus 5 and x plus 1. Therefore, the final answer is 2x plus 5 and x plus 1. Did you get it? I hope so. Okay. So, let us continue. Now, let us summarize the steps on how to add or subtract similar rational algebraic expressions. Step 1, add or subtract the numerators. Madali lang yon kasi nga, it is common or the similar rational algebraic expressions. The step 2, combine the like terms in the numerators if possible or necessary. Kung merong dapat i-combine na similar or yung tinatawag nating like terms, then we must combine it. Step 3, factor out the numerators if it is factorable. So, nangyayari naman yung factorization ng numerator and denominator kapag ka ang given natin ay binomial, trinomial. So, titingnan natin kung siya ay pwedeng i-factor. Pero kapag ka ang given naman natin ay monomial lamang, pwedeng hindi siya i-factor kung hindi naman talaga siya factorable. Okay, next. Step 4, factor out the denominator if it is possible. Bakit ko po nilalagyan ng if it is possible? Kasi po, hindi naman po lahat ng numerator at denominator ay factorable. So, sabi ko nga, pag-aralan munang maigi yung given bago natin i-perform kung talagang dapat siya ay i-factor. Then, divide out the common factors between the numerator and the denominator. I-divide out mo lang, and then, yung step 6 ay hindi ko yata nailagay. Okay. Step 6 is copy. Copy mo yung natirang factor sa numerator and then yung natirang factor sa denominator. And that will be your final answer. So class, I hope you have learned something for today. Class, isang topic lang yan or isang operation or isang scope pa lang ng performing operations on rational algebraic expressions. Kasi nandun pa lang tayo sa addition and subtraction of similar rational algebraic expressions. Iba pa rin po yung addition and subtraction of dissimilar rational algebraic expression. And that will be our next discussion for the next virtual or for the next video. So, hope you have learned something and thanks for listening. God bless. Thank you.